37 years after Super Bowl 22 is the next time we see the next full-blooded black quarterback win the Super Bowl. In Super Bowl 59, we're talking about Lamar Jackson. Doug Williams won Super Bowl 22. So 37 years later, it's Lamar Jackson that's going to win the Super Bowl. It doesn't mean he's going to be the 37th quarterback to win the Super Bowl. Doug Williams played for the Redskins, and Lamar Jackson played college football over at the University of Louisville Cardinals. So a former Louisville Cardinals quarterback is going to be the 36th quarterback to win the Super Bowl. There would be 35 prior winners of the Super Bowl until we see the next black quarterback to win the Super Bowl since Doug Williams all the way back in Super Bowl 22 over at San Diego, which is worth noting because it's San Diego that has Gamache, Louisiana, where we can see the next black quarterback, the next full-blooded black quarterback to win the Super Bowl. Lamar's Gamache 45, New Orleans is 45. The Ravens can win 12 years later after Joe Flacco won Super Bowl 47. Lamar's playoff record is going to be 2-4 after losing to the Chiefs in the AFC title game. So basically, it's number one seed or it's the wild card round. So it's 5 wins in 9 games to win the Super Bowl, or it's a 6-4 record in the playoffs for Lamar Jackson winning at the stadium of the New Orleans Saints. Also think about the Civil Rights Act back in the year 64. If he is not going to get the number one seed, if he is going to be an underdog. General Jackson won the Battle of New Orleans. The British were skeptical of signing a treaty. They wanted to continue the war. They wanted to pursue victory, but it was the Battle of New Orleans, led by General Andrew Jackson, that basically the United States won the battle. They didn't lose the war. The war ended in a draw. The British had to withdraw. So General Jackson leads his troops to victory over at New Orleans. The War of 1812, and the Ravens win the Super Bowl 12 years after Joe Flacco did so in Super Bowl 47. So that is the significance. That is the underlying tribute to Super Bowl 59. It's the fact that the Ravens have zero chance of winning the Super Bowl this year. But there is still hope for next year. Doug is Gamache 47-20. The Ravens' last title was in Super Bowl 47. That's significance of Doug's first time. If you look at Doug Williams, he went to high school at Louisiana too. So is that where we see the next black quarterback, the next full-blooded black quarterback to win the Super Bowl? Definitely. He was drafted in the year 78. City of New Orleans is Gamache 78. That's where we can see the next full-blooded black quarterback to win the Super Bowl. It's not going to happen this year, but it's going to happen next year. So there's always hope. Zackary, Louisiana, Gamache 95-41. Baltimore can be the next winner of the Super Bowl for a black quarterback to win the Super Bowl. The Washington Redskins. Washington is Gamache 49. It is New Orleans, Louisiana, in abbreviations, that is Gematria of 49. And fitting if the 49ers are the defending champion before next year. The running back will win the Super Bowl, so to speak. February the 9th is the day of the Super Bowl. 9-2, 2-9, black is Gamache 29. 11 years without a Super Bowl for the Baltimore Ravens. It's kind of the significance of 11 right there. Boy, so think about the year 25. 25 is Ravens. The 40th day of the year, February the 9th. The Ravens is Gamache 40. 34 days end day included from his birthday to the Super Bowl. 34 days is the Gematria of the last quarterback to win the Super Bowl for the Ravens, Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco is Gematria 34. It'd be 33 days from his birthday to the day of the Super Bowl. 1 month and 2 days. 4 weeks and 5 days from his January 7th birthday to New Orleans, Lamar's Gematria 45. So I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot. Now it's just a matter of the full name for Doug Williams. Let's see. Douglas Lee Williams. Is that the Lamar Jackson? Yep. Lamar Jackson can be the next black quarterback to win the Super Bowl. Yep. I like how we tie in 73 to all this. What about the Superdome? If we're looking at just the Gematria Superdome, the only thing that stands out is Dak Prescott, but the Cowboys are going to fail to win anything of significance as long as Jerry Jones is there, as long as the Cowboys don't have a real coach. But there is John Harbaugh. And we can have an idea just what the playoff record is going to be for John Harbaugh. I mean, one of the longest tenured coaches in the NFL, and another Super Bowl to his resume would be something quite to note. He'd have 22 prior playoff games before the playoff run next year. You would get the 15, 16 wins of that sort. So the Ravens are going to win the Super Bowl 37 years after Doug Williams did win the Super Bowl in Super Bowl 22. The next full-blood black quarterback, Lamar Jackson, to win the Super Bowl to kind of end the Heisman spell of, well, that I can talk about in another video. After the Ravens lose the AFC title this year, and they'll win the Super Bowl next year.